Beloved friends, today we step into a new vision of wealth, a world where money flows freely and abundantly to those who dare to know the truth. I say truth because money is not merely paper, not merely digits in a bank. It is energy, it is spirit in motion, and like spirit, it responds only to certain laws that are as exacting as they are unstoppable. If you desire to be rich in 2026, you must know these laws, not as theory, not as hope, but as living reality. Law 1. Money is attracted to clarity. Confusion is a barrier, a wall you build around your abundance. To invite money, speak clearly, act decisively, and see your goal is already accomplished. Visualize the check, the account, the deal, as if it has already arrived. Let no doubt enter your mind. The universe does not negotiate with uncertainty. Law 2. Give and receive ruthlessly. Those who hoard wealth or hesitate in giving never see it multiplied. Money delights in circulation, in movement. Give with joy, expecting nothing in return, and the universe will respond in kind, often in ways far beyond your imagination. Be fearless in your generosity, for the law of increase is ruthless. It rewards only those who dare to trust. Law 3. Speak only words of wealth. Your tongue is the wand of creation. When you say, "I cannot afford this," or "money is scarce," you are planting seeds of lack. Instead, affirm, declare, and proclaim, "Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I am a magnet for prosperity." Watch the world conform to the vision your words create. Law 4. Act as if you already have it. Riches do not come to the timid or the hesitant. Wear the invisible crown of abundance. Speak with the confidence of one who is already wealthy, and move in the world as though nothing can stop your prosperity. The universe responds to boldness. Hesitation invites poverty. Law 5. Ruthlessly cut fear and worry. Money fears none but fear itself. Anxiety, doubt, and worry are thieves that rob your potential. When you are tempted to fret, remember that money is spirit. It cannot dwell in fear. Replace worry with faith, and watch doors swing open where walls once stood. Law 6. Master your thoughts with iron discipline. Every thought is a seed. If you plant doubt, struggle, or poverty, that is exactly what you shall reap. If you plant vision, confidence, and certainty, you will harvest wealth beyond your expectations. Do not allow a wandering mind to betray your fortune. Guard your thoughts as a treasure, for they are the map to your abundance. Law 7. Use time as an ally, not an enemy. Procrastination is the silent killer of riches. Wealth favors those who act, who seize opportunities, who are disciplined with their hours. Each moment you waste is a missed fortune. Value your time as you would a golden coin, and invest it wisely, for every action in alignment with these laws compounds like interest on the soul itself. Law 8. Surround yourself with those who raise your vibration. Poverty is contagious, so is wealth. The company you keep, the voices you listen to, the energy you absorb, these shape your financial destiny. Seek those who inspire, who elevate, who insist that abundance is normal, natural, and inevitable. Be ruthless in your choice of influence. Law 9. Be relentless in gratitude. Gratitude is the magnet of abundance. When you give thanks for what you have, you signal to the universe that you are ready for more. Be specific, be sincere, and be constant. Even in small things, thank the invisible hand that moves money in your direction. The universe honors relentless acknowledgement. Law 10. Refuse to accept poverty in any form. This is the most ruthless law of all. Poverty is not a condition, it is a belief, a statement you make unconsciously. Reject it entirely. Speak only of wealth, act only with abundance in mind, and refuse to let circumstances, opinions, or history dictate your financial destiny. Wealth is your birthright, your natural state, and no one and nothing can take it from you if you refuse to give it power over your mind. Beloved friends, these are the 10 ruthless laws of money for 2026. They are simple, yet their application requires courage, faith, and persistence. To follow them is to step into a world where wealth is not a struggle but a certainty, where money flows with the ease of a river, and where you stand as a master of your financial destiny. You are not at the mercy of the economy, the government, or the world. You are at the mercy of your own thought, your own words, your own vision. Apply these laws, live them with relentless faith, and 2026 will be the year where riches find you, where abundance becomes your constant companion, and where your life reflects the limitless power of spirit and motion. The mind is the fertile soil in which every seed of wealth either flourishes or withers. To master your mind is to master money itself, for money responds not to struggle, not to pleading, not to desperation, but to clarity, confidence, and the unwavering certainty of the soul. Every thought you hold is a magnetic force, and every word you speak is a declaration of what you invite into your life. If you desire riches in 2026, you must cultivate a mind that is disciplined, focused, and unwavering in its commitment to abundance. Begin by observing your thoughts, for the casual or wandering mind is like a field left untended. Weeds of fear, doubt, and scarcity will take root and choke every opportunity for prosperity. The first act of mastery is awareness, for you cannot change what you do not see. Watch the flow of your thinking. Throughout the day, noting every complaint, every worry, and every statement of lack, and replace each one with a vision of wealth, a statement of faith, a declaration of certainty. The universe does not distinguish between imagination and reality. It simply responds to the power of your focused thought. Therefore, see your bank account growing, your investments multiplying, your business flourishing, and speak of it as though it is already accomplished. For when the mind is steadfast, it bends the invisible forces of the universe to its desire. Words are not mere symbols, they are living vibrations, carriers of energy that either attract or repel. When you say, "I cannot afford this," or "money is so hard to come by," you are sending a signal to the universe that scarcity is acceptable, that lack is normal, that struggle is inevitable. Each word is a declaration, and repeated words become habits of thought that shape the reality around you. Learn to speak only words that reflect abundance, to affirm only the presence of wealth, to describe only the success and prosperity you intend to claim. Say, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly," or "I am a magnet for wealth and opportunity," with the conviction of one who knows the universe is already responding. Speak as though the transaction is complete, as though the check has cleared, as though the investment has multiplied. Let your words carry certainty, and let your speech be a reflection of a mind that refuses to be limited by appearances, circumstances, or the opinions of others. Clarity is the foundation of mental mastery. Vague desires, half-hearted plans, and wishful thinking produce vague, half-hearted results. To attract wealth, you must define your financial goal with precision. How much money do you desire? By when? For what purpose? What will this abundance allow you to experience, to give, to create? See it in vivid detail. Feel it in every cell of your body. Imagine the relief, the joy, the freedom that accompanies this wealth. Clarity is a command to the universe. It is a precise vibration that cannot be ignored. Without it, the mind becomes a chaotic marketplace of competing wishes, and energy dissipates, leaving only frustration and stagnation. Write down your goals, speak them daily, imagine them constantly, and do not allow your mind to wander into doubt or distraction, for a clear mind is a magnet, and confusion repels. Confidence is the second pillar of mastery. The universe favors boldness, and money responds to certainty. A timid or hesitant mind sends signals of lack and attracts obstacles. Riches are drawn to those who believe in their own worth, who assume that wealth is their natural state, and who move through life as though nothing can prevent their financial destiny. Act as if you are already wealthy, even before the first coin arrives. Dress as you would dress if abundance were your constant companion. Speak as you would speak if the world owed you prosperity. And V as though the universe is your ally. Confidence is contagious, and it changes the way the world responds to you. People, opportunities, and circumstances align themselves with those who carry themselves with the aura of certainty, and the universe rewards decisiveness with a flow of wealth that appears miraculous to the untrained eye. Discipline is the third key to mental mastery. A mind that wanders, procrastinates, or surrenders to distraction cannot cultivate the magnetism required to attract riches. Discipline does not mean harshness or rigidity, it means focus, persistence, and the refusal to entertain thoughts that do not serve your abundance. Guard your mental space as you would guard a treasure chest, allowing only thoughts, images, and words of wealth to enter. Meditate, affirm, and visualize daily. Create a routine in which your mind is fed only with prosperity-minded content. Remove sources of doubt, fear, and scarcity from your environment. Books, conversations, media, and influences that speak of lack or struggle should be avoided, for they are like toxins to the mind, sapping energy and eroding faith. Instead, surround yourself with messages, examples, and vibrations of abundance, for your thoughts will absorb these energies and radiate them outward, attracting wealth like a lodestone draws iron. Imagination is the fourth instrument of mastery. It is the bridge between thought and manifestation, the invisible channel through which the unseen becomes seen. Every great fortune begins in the mind's eye. Picture your ideal life with such clarity that you feel it in your bones. Hear the conversations you desire to have. Feel the joy of financial freedom. See yourself living in the house, traveling, or giving generously in ways that inspire. Engage all the senses, for the universe responds to vividness and intensity. Imagination without fear is an unstoppable force. When combined with clarity, confidence, and discipline, it becomes a command that the invisible world must obey, and wealth flows as naturally as a river obeys the law of gravity. Faith is the final secret to mental mastery. Faith is not hoping, it is knowing. Faith is not wishful thinking, it is the absolute conviction that the outcome is certain. Faith allows the mind to release worry, to cast aside doubt, and to rest in the assurance that money is already moving toward you. When fear arises, when circumstances appear contrary, when the world seems to resist, faith is the anchor that holds the mind steady. Speak in faith, think in faith, act in faith, and the universe will respond with corresponding abundance. Faith transforms every obstacle into an opportunity, every delay into preparation, and every challenge into a doorway to greater wealth. By mastering your mind in these ways, through awareness, clarity, confident action, disciplined focus, vivid imagination, and unshakable faith, you create a mind that is irresistible to money. You become a living magnet for opportunities, for investments, for clients, for ideas, and for wealth that appears almost effortlessly. You do not struggle to attract abundance. Abundance gravitates to you. The world cannot give what your mind does not command, and your words cannot manifest what your thoughts do not embrace. Every thought is a decree, every word a law, and every focused act a signal to the universe that you are ready, willing, and capable of receiving riches in every form. Action is the bridge between thought and reality, and to master wealth, you must act boldly, decisively, and without hesitation. The universe is impartial and does not reward those who wait timidly on the sidelines, those who dream of riches but shrink from the steps necessary to claim them. The first principle of bold action is courage. The courage to move when others hesitate, the courage to invest when others doubt, the courage to give generously when others cling to scarcity. Fear is the enemy of wealth, for it paralyzes, it delays, it whispers of impossibility, and it convinces the mind that safety lies in stagnation. To be rich in 2026, one must cultivate a fearless attitude toward money, understanding that the laws of prosperity favor those who act, not those who simply hope or wish. Boldness opens doors that hesitation keeps locked, and decisive action transforms opportunities into tangible wealth. Do not wait for conditions to be perfect, for they never will be, and do not ask permission from the world for the univ. RSE responds only to those who claim what is rightfully theirs with unwavering intent. Generosity is the second pillar of ruthless action. Money delights in circulation, in movement, in the joy of giving. Those who hoard wealth, who cling to every coin, who give reluctantly, invite stagnation and limitation. True abundance requires a fearless willingness to give without expectation, to release what you have with confidence that it will return multiplied. Every gift, every act of generosity, no matter how small, sets in motion the law of increase. It is not the size of the gift that matters, but the spirit in which it is given. Give joyfully, give boldly, give as though the universe has already provided more than enough, for in doing so, you create a flow of wealth that cannot be stopped. Generosity is not weakness, It is a declaration that you are secure, confident, and aligned with the infinite supply of money. Those who give fearlessly are always rewarded with more than they imagined, and the universe conspires to return their confidence 1,000-fold. Decisiveness is the third key to ruthless action. Indecision is the thief of riches. To hesitate, to delay, to doubt is to invite scarcity and frustration. Every moment spent in uncertainty is a moment when opportunities slip through your fingers. Wealth responds to those who know what they want and move to claim it without reservation. Make your choices swiftly, act on them immediately, and trust in the guidance of intuition and spirit. The universe supports decisiveness. It aligns circumstances, people, and resources to those who take action, and it leaves the hesitant to wander in a desert of possibilities that never materialize. Bold, timely decisions attract wealth like iron to a magnet, and each act of courage strengthens the mind, builds confidence, and reinforces the belief that you are capable of handling increasing abundance. Refusal to tolerate fear, hesitation, or lack is the fourth instrument of ruthless action. Poverty is not merely the absence of money, it is a state of mind, a condition created by fear, doubt, and reluctance. To act ruthlessly is to refuse to give power to these limitations. It is to act as though scarcity is impossible, as though your destiny is already wealthy and prosperous. Fear may whisper, doubt may plead, but you must move forward with unwavering commitment to abundance. Refuse to allow circumstances, opinions, or past experiences to dictate your behavior. Step boldly into the unknown, for the universe rewards those who take the first step, who claim the path, and who act in alignment with the laws of prosperity. Each action taken with courage and faith multiplies the opportunities for wealth, and the ripple effects of decisive steps often create unexpected gains, connections, and breakthroughs that appear miraculous to the untrained eye. Ruthless action requires consistent momentum, for wealth is not the reward of isolated efforts but of sustained persistent activity. Small, repeated actions compounded over time generate exponential results. Show up daily, do the work, take the steps, and refuse to be discouraged by temporary setbacks. The universe does not measure your success by the ease of your journey, but by your consistency, your faith, and your refusal to surrender. Momentum builds like a river swelling with rain. Each effort adds to the current, each choice strengthens the flow, and soon the accumulation of deliberate acts produces wealth that seems to appear effortlessly. Those who move steadily and persistently are unstoppable, and the law of increase responds most favorably to those who are relentless in their pursuit of abundance. Fearless investment is another aspect of ruthless action. To wait for perfect timing is to delay opportunity indefinitely. All great wealth is built upon the courage to invest, to risk, to step boldly into ventures that others avoid out of fear. Trust your vision, trust your discernment, and act decisively, knowing that the universe aligns with those who move in faith. Calculated risks are not reckless gambles. They are expressions of trust in the flow of abundance and the certainty of your ability to receive. When you invest boldly, give generously, and act decisively, money responds as a living force, multiplying in forms that surpass mere expectation and creating opportunities for growth that are limited only by your imagination and belief. Action is incomplete without faith. Expectation. Each step you take must be accompanied by the unshakable belief that the outcome is already secure. Move as though the wealth you seek is inevitable, and the universe will conspire to make it manifest. Acting ruthlessly does not mean acting desperately. It means moving with confidence, clarity, and joyful expectation. Expect abundance in every transaction, every opportunity, every encounter, and refuse to allow doubt to taint your actions. The law of attraction works in tandem with action. The universe matches your energy and your resolve, producing results that mirror your courage, generosity, and unwavering commitment to wealth. Bold action is also a matter of aligning with opportunity wherever it presents itself. Many people wait for the perfect plan or the perfect moment, and in doing so, they allow wealth to pass by unnoticed. To act ruthlessly is to see opportunity in every situation, to recognize that each encounter, each decision, each challenge carries within it the seeds of prosperity. Train your mind to notice possibilities, to respond quickly, to act with faith and precision. The world rewards those who are prepared, alert, and willing to seize the moment, and the flow of money invariably follows those who move decisively toward opportunity, leaving hesitation and doubt behind. Generosity, courage, decisiveness, persistence, fearless investment, alignment with opportunity and expectation of success are not merely strategies, they are the ease. Sense of a mind and spirit attuned to wealth. The universe recognizes those who refuse to be limited, who act boldly in the face of uncertainty, and who give freely, knowing that their abundance is infinite. Each step of courageous action, each act of generous giving, each decision made with clarity, compounds in ways that are invisible at first but undeniable over time. Wealth is not granted to those who hope quietly, it is claimed by those who move boldly, who speak powerfully, who refuse to tolerate fear, and who trust that every step they take is guided by the invisible hand of infinite prosperity. Alignment with abundance is the foundation upon which all great wealth is built. To live in prosperity, one must cultivate a daily habit of tuning into the invisible flow of money and allowing it to move freely through every aspect of life. Surround yourself with influences that elevate your thinking, inspire your confidence, and confirm your worthiness of riches. Just as a magnet cannot attract iron while buried in sand, your mind cannot draw abundance while surrounded by negativity, doubt, or scarcity-minded energy. Be deliberate in choosing your environment, your companions, and your sources of information, for each exerts an invisible force that shapes your financial destiny. Seek those who affirm the naturalness of wealth, who demonstrate generosity, success, and confidence in their own lives, and you will find that their energy, their ideas, and their faith will amplify your own, creating a resonance that draws money irresistibly toward you. Daily practice of gratitude is another crucial key to aligning with abundance. Gratitude is a magnet, a signal to the universe that you recognize the flow of prosperity and are ready to receive more. It is not enough to give thanks sporadically. Gratitude must become a way of life, a constant, deliberate acknowledgement of the wealth that already surrounds you. Thank for the food you eat, the roof over your head, the services you enjoy, and even the smallest earnings. For every expression of sincere thanks opens the channel wider. Gratitude transforms the mind from one of lack to one of abundance, and this transformation is essential for attracting wealth. The universe responds to the vibration of thankfulness with multiplication, sending more resources, opportunities, and support to those who recognize the blessings already present in their lives. Even in the presence of challenge or temporary limitation, gratitude focuses the mind on abundance rather than scarcity, and this focus creates a magnetic field in which money cannot resist flowing. Refusing poverty in any form is the most powerful act of alignment. Poverty is not merely a financial state, it is a belief, a statement of acceptance that lack is inevitable. To claim abundance, you must ruthlessly reject this mindset, refusing to allow it to take root in your thoughts, words, or actions. Speak only of wealth, act only in confidence, and refuse to tolerate any circumstance that would convince you otherwise. Poverty exists only in the imagination and in the agreements of the mind. By withdrawing your attention, your energy, and your consent, you dissolve its power. Your thoughts and your words become a declaration to the universe that you belong to the kingdom of wealth, that you are entitled to the flow of money, and that nothing in the external world can diminish your abundance. The refusal to accept limitation is not arrogance, it is a spiritual law, a truth recognized by the invisible forces that govern prosperity, and it establishes a vibration that cannot help but attract riches in every form. Surrounding yourself with prosperity-minded influences extends beyond personal relationships to include media, literature, and your daily routines. Avoid conversations steeped in complaint, stories of financial struggle, or discussions that glorify limitation, for these are subtle levers that pull your mind into scarcity. Instead, immerse yourself in ideas, examples, and guidance that illustrate abundance as natural, effortless, and inevitable. Listen to those who have achieved what you desire, study their methods, and adopt the attitudes that allowed them to succeed. Influence is contagious, and your financial environment, both seen and unseen, will either elevate or diminish your capacity to receive. Be intentional, selective, and uncompromising in curating the energies around you, for this alignment is a silent yet potent force, in the creation of wealth. The practice of visualization amplifies alignment, for the mind must perceive before it can attract. Imagine every aspect of your abundant life in vivid detail, with all the sensory richness of reality. See yourself receiving money in various forms, hear the joyful conversations surrounding your success, feel the relief and delight that wealth brings, and engage every sense in this mental rehearsal. The universe does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real. It responds to the intensity and clarity of the picture your mind holds. Daily visualization, coupled with the refusal to accept limitation and the practice of gratitude, establishes a rhythm in which abundance becomes inevitable, where opportunities appear, resources multiply, and unexpected windfalls occur because your vibration is perfectly attuned to the flow of prosperity. Faith underpins all alignment, for without trust in the unseen, the mind wavers and doubt creeps in. Faith is not blind hope. It is the confident knowledge that money is your natural state, that opportunities are plentiful, and that the universe conspires in your favor. Each action, each word, and each thought must be infused with this faith, for it strengthens the magnetic pull of abundance. Faith transforms fear into opportunity, hesitation into boldness, and the invisible currents of wealth into visible results. It is the anchor that prevents the storms of doubt, criticism, or external circumstances from destabilizing your prosperity. With faith, alignment becomes effortless, and the flow of money through your life is unhindered by the temporary limitations that would otherwise obstruct it. Generosity complements alignment. Forgiving is a direct affirmation of your connection to abundance. By releasing money, time, and resources freely, you declare to the universe that you have more than enough, and that wealth is your natural state. Generosity is a declaration of confidence, a refusal to cling to scarcity, and a magnetic invitation for the universe to respond with multiplication. Whether through gifts, charitable acts, or support of others' endeavors, the act of giving reinforces the flow, creates opportunities for reciprocity, and demonstrates an unshakable belief in the limitless nature of money. Those who give fearlessly and consistently never lack, for the law of ink. Reese operates most powerfully in the lives of those who release with joy and expectation. Ritual and repetition solidify alignment, transforming intentional actions into automatic attractors of wealth. Daily affirmations, morning visualizations, and consistent gratitude practices create a rhythm that embeds abundance into the subconscious mind. The subconscious responds not to logic, but to repetition, vivid imagery, and emotional intensity, and when it is fully aligned, external circumstances must conform. By committing to these practices daily, you establish a persistent magnetic field that draws money, resources, and opportunity naturally, effortlessly, and inevitably. This discipline is not burdensome. It is a joyful acknowledgement of the universe's willingness to cooperate, and each repetition strengthens the bond between your conscious intention and the unseen forces that move wealth into manifestation. Alignment also requires the elimination of resistance, which often takes the form of complaints, comparison, or judgment. When you focus on what is lacking, when you measure yourself against others, or when you criticize your circumstances, you create friction that blocks the natural flow of money. Observe your inner dialogue, cleanse your thoughts of negativity, and redirect your energy toward faith, expectation, and vision. Money flows where attention flows, and by maintaining a consistent focus on abundance, you allow the universe to bring opportunities, clients, investments, and windfalls directly to you. Resistance dissolved creates a pathway of least effort, where prosperity moves unhindered and appears to manifest with effortless grace. By living in alignment with these principles, surrounding yourself with wealth-minded influences, practicing gratitude, refusing poverty, visualizing abundance, acting in faith, giving generously, maintaining ritual, and eliminating resistance, you create a life in which money flows naturally and continuously. Alignment is not merely a practice, it is a state of being, a way of existing in harmony with the laws of prosperity, and it is the essential element that transforms thought, words, and action into tangible, unstoppable wealth.